Hello, my name is Greg Smith. I am the president and CEO of the Austin Revitalization Authority, a community development corporation established in 1995. We currently own and operate nearly 64,000 square feet of office and retail space on East 11th Street. We're delighted to present this visionary development initiative to revitalize Blocks 16 and 18 to enhance our community and support creative arts and cultural heritage along the 11th Street corridor. ARA's mission is to encourage residential, commercial, and cultural development that promotes community well-being while respecting the people, the institution, and the history of East Austin and other underserved communities. Our development team has adopted ARA's mission as we prepare the development proposal in response to Austin Economic Development's solicitation for a development partner for Blocks 16 and 18. On this Zoom presentation, we have our development partner, Legacy Real Estate Development, both architects, Mark Odom Studios, Architectural Formation, Gary Bates with Make, and Suko Cook with Suko Cook Studios. I will now turn it over to Suko Cook, who will present to you our vision and approach to our proposal.
Hi, I'm Suko Cook. I am an architect and urban designer. I'm also the director of the urban design program at UNC Charlotte, and I'm also an author and curator, among other things. We're doing this development in partnership with Austin Redevelopment Authority and Legacy Real Estate Development. Block 18 of our plan really focuses on creating the cultural hub, the modern office spaces, as well as dynamic retail outlets, ample parking facilities, and comfortable housing. On Block 16, we have a similar program, but it's focusing more on just the retail spaces, convenient parking solutions, and further housing options. We're really focusing this vision of creating something that's equitable development, and we really believe this project is going to be a pivotal addition to all of East Austin, part of the community, integrated as part of the working, living, recreation environment of that part of the city. Key to our plan is having a renewal of this historic African American cultural heritage district. This is essential for various reasons, including all of the things that are important to the history and the culture of this context. While we're working on two different blocks with two different architects, we're really working as a singular team to make sure that it's a singular cultural, commercial, residential hub.
Thank you, Sekou. My name is Gerard Delane, partner at Legacy. We are partnering with the Austin Revitalization Authority as a developer on this project. We're really excited to work with them on helping to improve this community. So we pulled together an incredible team, as you see here, with both a local architect and Mark, and a homebred architect out of Matt Brenner, he's now doing architecture around the country, and he's looking forward to coming back and doing some work at home. So we're excited. We brought in Gary Bates and Sekou Cook, thought leaders in the country, in the built environment, and in particular urban communities. And they are all leading us into creating what's about to be an incredible revitalization of this community. So we also have McKissick, which is an architecture firm that has done project management for a number of projects around the country. We're working with OHLA and Journey as our GC on this project, and we're working with the United Apartment Group as the property manager for the project. So we pulled together an incredible team, and we look forward to working with them and working with you to improve the community. Here you can see a little snapshot of the experience that the team has done, both on the national scale, mixed income, affordable housing, retail, commercial, office, entertainment. This team as a collective brings all of that knowledge to the table. We look forward to furthering the conversation with Austin EDC and how we can bring this knowledge, wisdom, and resources to this community. Here you can see a snapshot of the breakdown on Block 16. Block 16 has a number of multifamily units, as well as some townhomes. We're looking to pursue some community land trust financing to create affordable homeownership. We're going to work with Austin Revitalization Authority to do so, and we really look forward to that. And the housing that we are producing in the multifamily building will be affordable housing. In Block 18, there will be multifamily use, but there will also be a number of retail and a cultural venue where there's going to be performing arts space and entertainment space. Again, we have an incredibly talented team that's going to help us bring this vision to reality. I'll pass the ball to our architect.
All right. Hello, my name is Mark Odom. I'm founding principal of Mark Odom Studio. We're the architects of Block 16. I think primarily the interest here is how do we provide connectivity on all four sides of the block? Knowing that East 11th Street is rich in walkability and culture and outdoor, activity. We're again very interested in trying to maintain composure and for everyone through each streetscape and the belly of the project that we're calling the promenade. For us to be able to do that, we've pushed 2 levels of parking below grade. We've strategized the topography of the lot so we can do that. We have townhome units on Juniper to respect the scale, and we have food retail as well as other diverse retail on East 11th. Our elevations here on each side of the street, East 11th and Juniper, also show that amount of connection. As we're trying to provide a horizontal connection between the site, the visual connection is also incredibly important. Where the green on each drawing shows that there's a threshold that we're very interested in, and we're trying to maintain that physical and that visual connection all the way through the site. We're respecting the scale of the residential side, and we're also respecting the scale of the commercial side as well. Next slide.
Okay. Hello, my name is Matthew Bremer. I am the founding director of architecture information here in New York City, where I've practiced for about 25 years. Although, as Jared mentioned, I am a native Texan, so not a carpetbagger here, was raised in the hill country, and it's absolutely in my blood. Really excited to be participating on this team with Mark Odom Studio. And one thing I think that's important to point out at the onset is that while each of our 2 studios will take on each block, and on Block 18 specifically, we'll be engaging very closely with Gary and Sekou for particular public placemaking, we think there's a real opportunity for continuity and diversity in approach. Mark and I have come to realize that both of our teams share a lot of similar values and ethos, and we're going to be looking to strive toward the same values and outcomes in the project while allowing for a lot of diversity to bubble up. For the plan of 18, I think 3 words really come to mind specifically when engaging the ground floor, which is most important to start with. And those are porosity. We wanted the block to be really open and porous so that people can filter through from all 4 sides, and that the public will filter through. What we want to see is a site and a image for the project that is responsive culturally, contextually, that is the right scale, and also is truly ingrained in the sense of place. Our elevations to date show what might possibly be something like a series of tile murals on the facade that could supplement the wonderful local murals already on the site.
Hi, my name is Gary Bates. I'm the founding partner of Make, architect and urban planner. I'm also a professor at Columbia University, focusing primarily on affordable housing, which I like to call affordable living. I've also, one of my first teaching jobs was actually in Austin, teaching at the university there. And so I'm very happy for the opportunity to come back and work there with this team. Our approach to urban design, which I think is incredibly important, and as Matthew was just talking about, is really rooted in, let's say, for me, in deep listening, retrieving things of value from the past and kind of how we build those into the present. I think it's this kind of approach empowers inclusivity and kind of engenders inclusivity and creates diverse and differentiated platforms that we want to do for creating economic opportunities, anticipating these spaces for cultural expression, and not just being, let's say, really fixed around those ideas, but how space can actually be adaptive and change, how we design for also environmental justice through kind of resilient and equitable planning. I think a successful plan needs stewardship, the sense of belonging to a place that kind of cultivates those seeds for care and kind of regeneration, prioritizing people and the community through access. Programming will be incredibly important, but other things like health initiatives and walkability and how public spaces are inclusive versus kind of historical exclusion. And we just want to just design that space with a deep understanding of kind of equity. The idea of what I like to call commonwealth, not commonwealth, but commonwealth, and that historic idea about employing regenerative practices, diversity of resources for all generations. That includes, ownership and housing and something that I think will be important to kind of move forward with. And also including future generations and how we have that in mind as well, and including the youth. Working in collaboration with local businesses, supporting entrepreneurship within the community, cultivating things like financial literacy, social enterprises, youth training and education. Our work method is open source. We establish transparent platforms for discussion and interaction. We'll work closely with Six Square, identifying key partnerships within the community and building an understanding of the values and goals of East Austin. Diversity and inclusion, as you understand, is important to us. It's important to our team and our team composition. And we'll also expand this agency that we already have through a collaboration with the Greater Austin Black Chamber of Commerce. So, next.
Project execution. We, as a collective, will work together to make sure this project is successful, both for the existing residents and for the new participants in the community. So, here you can see a few of our quick bullet points. Risk management, we're going to make sure that, we have all the policies, procedures, and governance in place. We have a consultant who's going to work with us on the entitlement process. There will be community presentations, engagement with local community members, local elected officials, working with the EDC. We're going to work with you all to make sure this process is as painless as possible. We're working with the local brokerage team. A Black women-owned brokerage firm is going to help us work on leasing up both the rental housing as well as the home ownership. We look to be focused on creating generational wealth, both for the development team as well as for those who participate in the community and want to own a home and have a foothold in this community. We're going to work with our capital partners to manage long-term capital. And then we have a property management firm, a woman-owned firm that has a fantastic organization. And they're going to work with us on making sure the experience on campus is as pleasant as possible for all on site. And with that, I'll allow my colleague Greg to close us out.
Thank you. And I hope, as I started out saying, we are delighted to present our visionary development initiative to you. Hope you were excited about some of the points that we've made and realized that we really are focused on the housing, the commercial, as well as the cultural development along this in this project. So thank you, and hopefully you found this very informative.